Flatbed is a mode of transportation that's typically utilized when moving goods and services that can't typically move on your traditional dry van.
The type of freight that you would put on a flatbed could be large machinery, could be sod or grass, could be pipes, both metal or concrete, just large scale projects that you wouldn't normally put into a van.
So a lot of times these are things that are a little bit harder to load with your typical pallet jacks or your forklifts, and may need some specialized equipment for loading, like a crane. And those type of equipments are it's a little bit harder to get that in a warehouse. So to then load onto a back of a dry van. So typically what you'll see is at any type of construction site, you'll usually see flatbeds bringing in all that construction and building material, knowing that, if they need to use a clamp forklift, or they need to use a crane to move those materials or to offload, they can use that without damaging the trailer.
Your regulatory requirements for flatbed are very similar to vans. The only difference is there would be most of the regulatory fall on how it is secured, which would be with straps or chains or tarps, and some of that is state by state, but it's all in the FMCA.
When that flatbed goes through a scale, it's going to be under the same type of weight requirements. So you have to understand that as a shipper. If you're loading something and it's like one big piece, you may need some demurrage, or you may need to look at overweight permits. So that's something that comes up a lot, especially when you're moving like pieces of machinery that are really heavy, that you have to understand the weight requirements are the same in moving a flatbed, just like they are moving a dry van.
The main advantage of using a flatbed would be ship larger freight, because there are no walls of a trailer that constrict that, and you also have the ability to load from the sides and the top of the trailer.
Main advantage is just that it's kind of open from a loading standpoint, right? There's no restrictions from a loading standpoint. Now, obviously, you can't really back up a flatbed trailer to a dock. I mean, you technically can, right? But you can also, if I needed to use like a crane to drop this big piece of machinery that I just can't get on a pallet jack, or I can't get on a forklift to load, I can use a crane, have that product dropped on that trailer, and then have it supported with straps. I'll tarp it to make sure that no rusting happens, and then I can move that from A to B, and then essentially set up another rigging company to use a crane to then offload it from that point. So there's a ton of benefits, and that's what you'll typically see. If it can't, and that's the best way I can kind of explain flatbeds. If you can't load it on and off your normal enclosed dry van trailer, flatbeds is the way to go.
Here at Prosponsive, we use flatbeds, step decks, goosenecks, and we can handle all of this. We can provide you a carrier and transportation of those goods.
We're not just a transportation provider, we're a solution-based provider, right? And it's our industry knowledge and our expertise and our extensive network in moving flatbed that really gives us a competitive advantage when it comes to moving flatbed. We're experts in it, we do it the best, that's why you need to work with us.